Not every war begins with a missile launch. Some almost begin with a signal. A single radar return, a blinking dot, a warning that lasts only minutes but carries the weight of extinction. This is the story of how a radar signal nearly triggered a war, and why it didn't. During the Cold War, time was the enemy. Intercontinental ballistic missiles could reach their targets in under 30 minutes. That left decision makers with only a few minutes to interpret data, confirm intent, and respond. Early warning radar systems were built to buy time. Not certainty, time. They were designed to detect launches as early as possible, even if that meant accepting ambiguity. Strategically, this created a dangerous reality. False alarms were not anomalies. They were expected. The system did not fail when it produced false warnings. It failed only if humans treated those warnings as absolute truth. On September 26, 1983, the Soviet early warning system known as OKO detected what appeared to be a U.S. missile launch, then another, and another. The system reported 5 incoming intercontinental ballistic missiles. According to protocol, this information should have triggered immediate escalation up the chain of command. The officer on duty was Stanislav Petrov. The data said, launch detected, but the logic did not make sense. A real first strike would not involve only 5 missiles. It would be overwhelming. Petrov classified the alert as a false alarm. He was right. The radar had mistaken sunlight reflecting off high-altitude clouds for missile launches. No retaliation followed, not because the system worked, but because a human questioned it. Radar systems operate in an imperfect environment. Atmospheric conditions, orbital geometry, solar reflections, and electronic noise all introduce uncertainty. Cold War systems were built under pressure to detect launches early, not to be perfectly accurate. From a strategic perspective, missing a real attack was considered worse than detecting a false one. This meant false positives were baked into the design. The danger was never the machine. It was the speed at which humans might believe it. Early warning systems compress time. They force leaders to decide under extreme uncertainty with incomplete information. This creates what strategists call crisis instability. When warning time is short, incentives shift toward rapid action, even when data is ambiguous. During the Cold War, both sides understood this risk, which is why launch authority was layered, delayed, and deliberately slowed. The system was designed not to be fast, but to resist panic. No missile was fired that night. No counterstrike followed. The most important system was not radar, satellites, or missiles. It was restraint embedded in human judgment. False alarms happened more than once. They were survived not because technology was flawless, but because decision makers were cautious. The radar signal did exactly what it was designed to do. It warned. What mattered was how that warning was interpreted. This radar signal was never meant to start a war. It was meant to prevent surprise. Its danger was not in what it detected, but in what humans might assume. Modern deterrence does not rely on perfect systems. It relies on imperfect systems managed with restraint. The war did not begin because someone chose not to believe the machine blindly. Sometimes, peace depends on hesitation. And sometimes, the most important decision is the one not made. Thanks for watching.